I am Marlene Motivates, and welcome to the Motivated podcast.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Motivated podcast, where we have great conversations about motivation, life lessons, and self improvement. So, let's get into today's topic. It's going to be about boundaries. When you set boundaries, or when you set what you want in your life, when you know your objective, when you know where you're going, when you're not just aimlessly walking through your life, be prepared. Why do I say be prepared? Because if you have enabled people in your life and let them get away with things, when you begin to elevate, when you think more of yourself, the more that you love yourself, the more that you challenge yourself to be a greater individual, the more that you hold yourself accountable for the things that you do, and you're accountable for what you allow to be in your life. Be prepared for resistance, because with much knowledge comes much resistance, much anger, much contentment. People are going to come against you just because you are elevating. Other people don't like to see when you improve, when you're happier, when you have more peace. And we have to do that as human beings. See, as a being, we love ourselves. And anything that is going to stop, slow down, or hurt you must be eliminated. Now, I know that that sounds like something very hard and tough to say, that people must be eliminated, but you have to do that. You must eliminate people from your life, or you will always stay in the same place, be in the same space mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, if you don't set boundaries. Now, I don't mean just cut off everybody in your life. I mean anybody in your life that does not respect you, those that make you feel less than, those who call you out your name, those that never support you, the ones that try to stab you in your back. In order for you to go where you need to go on your next level, on your elevation plane, you must cut the cord to them. Because at the end of the day, you have to make a choice whether you're going to choose them or your own self. Now, that's real honest. A lot of people don't want to be honest, but when it comes to it, who are you going to choose? Other people who don't care about you, people who use you, people who are pretending, people who hide behind the label of saying, I love you, but they will do nothing for you? Or are you going to open your eyes and see what it really is? What is really in front of me? Let's be honest with ourselves. So let's get into this. When you set boundaries, be prepared. Point one, we have to be prepared for anger. When you are trying to do better, when you're trying to develop into a better human being, it's going to meet with resistance. People will get angry because they don't understand why you have to change now. It's more comfortable for people to stay in the same place because it means that you don't have to change. It means that things will always be the same and that you will stay on the same level with them. Unfortunately, some of us as motivators, that's not good enough. We don't want to get what we've always gotten. We don't want to keep ourselves in the same unhealthy, toxic space of not being able to express ourselves emotionally in a healthy way and not in a toxic way that involves screaming, backbiting, gossip. See, we don't have to do that, motivators. We don't have to be on that level. We deserve so much more than just settling and thinking this is the only way for us. So it's just a warning for you to know that you're not just going into this all on your own. Know that people are going to get mad. They're not going to like that you're improving yourself. Actually, this is when people are going to talk about you behind your back. They're going to be so irate. So be prepared for that. When we elevate, when we know ourselves, when we love ourselves more, it means that what I used to accept, I shall no longer. Let's get into point number 2. When you set boundaries, be prepared for resentment. People will resent you because you call them out, when you call their bluff, when you tell them what they're really about. People won't like it. They're going to resent you. They actually will hate you for it because they can't fool you. They can't pull a wool over your eyes. So know that it's going to come with resentment. And I know that what I'm about to tell you is something very difficult for you to understand. But when somebody comes at you, when you have set boundaries, this is what I want. Don't think that you have to respond to anything that they are saying. What they want a transfer of energy. It's a way of getting control back. And they'll do anything to get you to say something. And I know that this is so hard. It's so hard when somebody says or does something to you for you to stay silent. But this is exactly what you must do when you're elevating. See, we have to learn to walk in silence. You don't have to prove who you are. You don't have to prove what you're about. Those who rock with you, the ones that care about you, it does not matter what other people say. They're going to support, they're going to encourage, they're going to pat you on the back. So, no response, silence, and keep achieving and be great. Walk and step into your greatness. Okay, point number 3. When you set boundaries, be prepared for lies. If someone cannot get you to um, engage with them and go back and forth and have something else to say about you, they're going to tell lies on you. They're going to say something that never happened, or if something happened, they're going to exaggerate it or add something to it. Know that this is a mechanism of a person who's low vibrational. The only way that they can try to get back at you is to do something to hurt you. They want to break your reputation. This is the time where they're going to start telling people your personal, your private business, something that you shared with them in trust. Just know that yes, it hurts. Yes, you will be shocked. But actually, you should not be shocked, because a lot of times we know what somebody was about. We know, but you fail to believe it. So when somebody says something about you, they lie about you, they try to go into making you feel less than. This is where you have to encourage yourself. You must encourage yourself in these times when someone comes at you with negativity. This is where you show them your positivity. This is where you show people what you are made of. Show them what you're about. Don't stoop to their low level. Don't do a no transfer of energy, because that's how they win. See, this is our season. This is your season to show people I'm not what I used to be. I am better than I used to be. I'm not going to let anybody take me backwards. See, we're moving forward, we're elevating, and we're staying in our present. So I say to you, stay in your present and do what is best for you. Make those boundaries and don't let anybody change your mind into thinking that you shouldn't. See, boundaries are healthy. Boundaries are important, because if you don't make boundaries with other people, they will make their own for you. This is why we get frustrated so many times, is we expect people to treat us like we treat them. Nobody is you. We expect, when we're a genuine person or a kind person, or we're giving to others, or we're understanding and compassionate, we expect to get those same things back. But unfortunately, everybody, we cannot expect anything from anyone. That's how we become disappointed. We become disappointed that way. So don't let other people stop you from being who you're meant to be. Let's get into point number 4. Point number 4 is, when you set boundaries, be prepared that there's going to be broken relationships. There will be broken relationships just because of all of the other things that I just mentioned. Because there's anger, because there's resentment, because there's lies, those relationships are going to have to end. And it's sad. It's unfortunate, but it's better that you find out what somebody is about now than later, when you invest more of yourself emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, sexually, financially. We don't want to involve people more in ourselves than we should. So it's healthy. It's healthy to cut people off. It's healthy to bring things to an end if it's not going to elevate you, help you, and heal you, and make you become a better man or woman. So know that relationships have to come to an end if it's not helping you. Now, I just want to encourage all of you, you know, when you set boundaries, especially if you're new in this, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be scared. You're going to feel some type of way. And I'm telling you that you have to be strong in knowing what boundaries you want. Because if you say things half hearted, or you say your standard and then you take a few steps back, you say something once and then you go back, well, maybe, and I should. No, when you set these boundaries, they are set in stone. You're not going backwards. This is what it is. Take it or leave it. And if someone cannot respect your boundaries, they don't deserve to be in your life. See, motivators, I wanted to have this conversation about setting boundaries because there's a lot of disrespect that happens on the job, in families, in friendships, online. There's a lot of disrespect that happens, but you don't have to take it. See, that's where the power lies. That's where the elevation lies. Just because someone does something to you, says something to you, it doesn't mean you have to take it. It doesn't mean you have to respond. It doesn't mean you have to engage. We don't have to be a part of the back and forth, the banter, the getting ourselves all worked up for someone who is not worth a moment of our time. They are not worth one moment of your time. And I just want to end with this thought. And I want you all to really tune in right now and listen to the words that I am saying to you. As you increase in your frequency, your light will brighten. Don't let others dim it. When you are radiating, when you're vibrating higher, others are afraid of that. They're scared of that light. They don't know what to do with you. They cannot control you. They don't understand you because they're not on your level. They're not on your level. And it's not to make fun of other people, but somebody who is about their business and they're doing things and they're going through stuff and they're fixing themselves and they're becoming accountable for their actions. They're loving themselves. They're doing right. They know how to apologize. They know how to treat another person with respect. See, you're on a different spectrum than they are. You're on a different level than someone who is not willing to talk things out. They're not willing to communicate. They're not willing to understand. They're not willing to support you. So if someone can't support you, if someone can't understand you, if someone fails to care about your feelings, do they deserve to be around you? And the answer is a resounding no. They don't deserve your time. They don't deserve your friendship. They don't deserve your support. They don't deserve your understanding. They don't deserve to make your blood pressure go up, waste your time. Don't do it. You deserve better than what you're accepting. See, I don't want you to settle for the average, my motivators. Don't settle for the average when you deserve to have excellence. See, raise your thoughts, elevate your thoughts, elevate your worthiness. Elevate, okay? So I want you to understand that and be prepared. When you set your boundaries, be prepared. Be prepared that people are going to come against you. They're going to get angry, resent, resentful, lie. The relationships will end, but know that you will be okay. You will be okay. Yes, it hurts, but we have to have people leave our life in order for the right people to come in. You want people who are elevated, motivated, supportive, compassionate, understanding to what you want and what you need, and not just one sided. We must end the cycle of one sided friendships. We must end that. But it all starts with us. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and you have just tuned in to the Motivated podcast. I thank you so much for watching this podcast today and listening to it. It's all about what we want. It's all about what we choose to believe about ourselves. Remember, set your standards. And like I always say on every single video, story time, live stream, and podcast, just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself.